Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing some Magic, playing Pauper today. And I'm super excited about Pauper because it's such a fun format and it's something that everyone can play. The biggest issue is that you do have to pay to get into. I want them to make Pauper something that you can just play all the time. I think that that is necessary for Magic, for Arena to keep growing. I think that you need stuff like that just to be a consistent basis. And so what we're trying to do with this deck is playing some of the best things that I think are in Standard. And first off, I think that I actually haven't played any burn like at all yet, and so I decided to go ahead and build the burn deck for Pauper because I think it works really well. We have such amazing stuff. So we have the shocks, we have our skewer the critics, which is amazing. Pyromancer. So we have our wizards in here that we can do stuff with. We just kind of are going wide with this deck. Creating a bunch of goblins, burning for face when we can. We're using all of our run-amucks because it just is a fantastic card to trade favorably or at least get some damage through, as well as just finish out the game. So we're trying to go face as much as possible with this deck. We do have one Savage Smash in here because I decided to go ahead and add a little bit of Gruul into this one, or some green, because of Frenzied RNA, because it's an amazing cat. It's awesome. So 4 mana with Riot and Trample, so it can become a 4/4. It's just a very versatile card in this deck that I think is good on the top end. And it kind of gives us a chance to go towards that side. We're just splashing for it though, so we should always have red mana to be able to play everything that we need to, unless we just have 2 forests in our opening hand, which is bad, but we can still handle it. And then we do have Lava Axe on the top end. We're only running 1. It's 5 damage to target player or planeswalker. I was debating on bringing in more, depending on how we have our land base, but I think I'm running 21 lands in this one. I was debating on going down to 20. And then Barging Sergeant is just a hasty guy that gives more damage to one of our goblins or something like that. So I think this is a good deck. Let's see how it goes, and wish me luck. All right, up against Ginger Avenger 2.0. That's a fun name. The Ginger Avenger. All right, I actually haven't seen. Speaking of the Avengers, I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, and I really want to. So that's got to happen eventually. All right, this is a pretty awesome hand. We do have our green mana for other stuff. We don't have anything that I think requires 2 red mana, so that's good. So as long as we get 1, we can keep playing stuff. We'd like to be drawing into more mana eventually here, though. Skirk Prospector. All right, let's go ahead and play this down. Let's go with Pyromancer. Add him, and I am going to go ahead and kill this Skirk Prospector. Probably should have done that beforehand, actually, just so he doesn't accidentally. He might like shock here, so that I should have done that beforehand. All right, just sacks it. That's fine. We want to be getting in for damage as much as we can. Pyromancer, okay. Down to 18. Okay, so we're going to just swing in here. We want to try to force through as much damage as possible. If they trade, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and get down Goblin Gathering. Pass the turn. And this is part of the reason I wanted to go with the Frenzied RNX, is because of this matchup. Like, going up against Mono Red themselves, I think that having options to be able to build big instead of just wide here will be useful. I was debating on bringing in the Skirk Prospector as well, but I just felt like it wasn't something that was amazing. So let's go ahead and bring in... let's actually... Yeah, let's bring it in. Bring it in. Put some counters on it. And we're going to swing in. If we take out any blockers, it helps more damage to get through here. Alright, so they let it through down to 15. That's what I was thinking. Either they would go ahead and trade off and we kind of favors us anyway, or they let it through because they're worried about this guy. Alright, Pyromancer. Alright, down to 16. So they can block with 2 guys now. We'll see if that's worthwhile. Alright, let's go Goblin Instigator. building wide. We haven't found any burn yet, which is a little frustrating. Pyromancer. Ping them down. I kind of want to wait until I can get some extra damage in with the Arnix. So we're going to say no attacks this time. All right, they're drawing land. That's good for us. We're also drawing land. I'm going to go ahead and play it this time. Let's go ahead and get down the Pyromancer. So it's actually kind of sad. This Swab Goblin is actually annoying because they can always trade off favorably with at least one of our guys. But I think that if we just go all out attacking, overall it's best for us. So I could wait another turn, but I think at this point this actually is going to be better. Because if we get in with any damage and we do start finding burn, then we're in great shape. So they block, so they actually... That's good. So they are blocking all out. That means that we will have the better board at the end here. All right, down to 8, pass the turn. We have a board state. They are drawing lands, which is great. And a Pilgrim, eh? All right, swings in, no blocks. Totally fine with that. All right, I'll attack. You're fine racing here. Pass the turn. All right, active treason. Gonna swing in for 5, but then he's dead. So just swings in here. All right. Down to 11. Do we find a shot? Oh, yes, we do. Okay, so swing in. Blocks here, and then we get to skewer the critics. And spectacle there. All right, that worked out exactly how we wanted it to. I was a little bit worried that opponent did draw a lot of lands there, but we were kind of drawing lands as well. So I think that our deck, the Frenzied RNX, did exactly what I was hoping for there. So that was awesome. I was writing stuff down, but I realized that I'm actually showing this entire video. I'm used to kind of like going through and saying, okay, this was a good video. If there's sometimes when it's just a terrible video, I do cut it out because it's not fun to watch those. So we're gonna keep this. A little bit slow lands, but not bad slow lands. We really need to keep this guy alive because everything else kind of is based around, or turn 2 is based around having him alive. So that's good. We'll play Mountain. All right, Pyromancer. So Savage Smash, I think, is pretty awesome in this because we can kill something that we don't want to have around and still get in a lot of damage. It's sorcery speed, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. Get rid of that Llanowar. So I control, kill him. Boo. Ah, that's frustrating. All right. All right, down to 19. We're just going to play the Goblin Gathering. Okay, Guildgate Goblin Gathering. And pass the turn. Thallid Omnivore is annoying. They can be gaining life and swinging. So honestly, this might be one of the best decks that they've got. So I think what we do is we block here and make them sack it. That's what I'm guessing they're going to do. It does more damage to us. They gain life, but we keep our Goblin alive. Overall, I think it's okay. Next turn, if they do keep it alive, we can shock in response to blocking with both here or something. So either we can just go a little bit more aggressive. I don't think that's going to work for us, though. Alright, well, Lava Runner comes in hasty. Pyromancer. We can always chump this guy as well, so I think what we do is we're going to shock here. He gets a guy, that's fine. We're going to swing in. If he wants to trade off with the Goblin, that's fine as well. Down to 15 past the turn. Alright, swings in, no blocks, that's fine. Down to 11. Doom Dissenter, alright. And Llanowar. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we have Run Amok and we can kill a blocker here. So, oh man, Doom Dissenter is frustrating. Alright, so all attack, hold back, Fanatical Firebrand. We're going to Run Amok here to just get through. Some damage. So we're down to 8. Do we want to chance? Alright, so that'll resolve. So end the turn. What we're going to do is we can block here and then kill whatever. He'll probably sack whatever we try to kill, but we still get to kill 2 things, and it doesn't actually do anything for him. So, alright, swings in with those 2. So we block here. And then we will sack a Llanowar Elves. Okay. We do need to find something good though. Like we're really close to just being in lots of trouble. And I think that, yeah, I think we're probably done with this one. Yeah, land. I'm trying to think if there's really any way out of this. We're just going to pass the turn now. What we needed to have a shot here is if we drew like burn, 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 because we have about 3 turns that we can survive. And I probably could have gotten through a little bit of damage to make it 2 turns. But now we're in trouble. So I think what we do is we just will block and block. And I'm not going to block here. They can get through 5 points of damage, gain some life. Right, they just do that. We get a trade off with a couple of creatures. We're hoping for Goblin Gatherings, honestly. I think that is the best thing. Just, right, Run Amok. We can only use that on when we're attacking in. So pass the turn. He has lethal next turn. So we have to block the Thalon Omnivore. Alright, so block the Omnivore. I would have swung in with everything there. The amount of damage that you would get through would mean that he has lethal with the other creatures as well. Like we had to block here. That would be another reason why you don't do it though. And we're going to go ahead and play Run Amok on there. It's just more fun. I like showing opponents my my cards at the end. It's just because that's actually one of the my favorite things about playing in real life is that you actually get to talk about, okay, you get to check the cards that were next. You get to, actually show them my hand, like, oh, this could happen, because it's just fun. So that's the one reason why I ever do that. If it's not worth it, the amount of time that it would take to do that, then I concede. But anyway, that was a frustrating game. That one I could see being one of our harder matchups altogether. I think if we had drawn more burn, it would have been better. Zome. Alright, this is looking like a pretty decent hand. We're going to keep it. We can play everything that we've got. Planes. Alright, so this is the other matchup I was worried about, is how much lifelink is in Pauper. It's still pretty impressive. So let's see what we can do. That's part of the reason why I wanted to bring in Savage Smash. I only have one of it. I could probably bring in two, but we had enough burn, like removal, that I felt like we'd be okay. All right. It's not too shabby. Down to 17. All right, let's just bring in Goblin Instigator. It'll block this guy. He can't really do much here, at least. Squire's Devotion. Okay, so we are going to fight that on this next turn. So yeah, Savage Smash. This guy fights this guy. They get to gain the life from that. We're going to swing in here. It gives too much value to trade off there. If they trade off with the life linker, we're always fine with that too. Swift Claw. Alright, playing a lot of these guys. This is where our 1/1s will actually be pretty useful. Is that we can trade positively. The biggest issue is just that we need to actually be able to close out this game. So we need to find some really good draws. I think Goblin Gatherings will be really good. Do we kill the life linker or do we kill here? I have a feeling that he has something here. I'm going to kill the life linker. Hopefully he doesn't have a pump spell. Yeah, he has a pump spell. Alright, Fanatical Firebrand, Pyromancer. So here's the question is, do I kill the lifelinker or one of these guys now while I can, or... Here, let's go next first. Let's swing in here. If they have another pump spell, we can get pretty blown out. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. All right, and because we are at a point where we need to worry about our damage as well, we can eventually build up a wide enough board that, and they just are drawing poorly enough that we could take over that way. The RNX will help our rinks. How do you say that? Someone put it down in the comments because I have not been able to say RNX. RNX? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, swinging in. I'm supposing. Not swinging in. Alright, so they didn't have anything. Alright, so we're actually going to go attack in here. If they block in a way that we don't like, we can run amok. Or if they have anything that they can do here. Oh, maybe it's Gideon's Reproach. Alright, that's fine. If they're not going to do anything, we don't need to play run amok. Down to 20, play Pyromancer. So, yeah, Gideon's Reproach is probably what they have, or something that does damage when I'm attacking or blocking. We're still going to block here, I believe. Well, maybe not. We can do quite a bit of damage, and they're not getting in a lot at the moment. Okay, there's Revitalize. The amount of life gain is an issue. Healer's Hawk, yep. Yep. Alright, we need to get land to get up to our bigger stuff here. Alright, well there's land. Alright, we're going to swing in. I'll attack. Have to be competing against the lifelink that they've got. Alright, so they let it all through. Down to 16. Play this fella. We're putting a counter on. I could have gone in hasty there, but this will mean that he probably only swings in with the Healer's Hawk. If he has pump spells for it, it can be frustrating, but overall I think that we're okay. All right, gets to put... So he does have first strike. I would have put it definitely onto one of the... I would put it on the Vampire. I guess I would have been able to kill him still. All right, we're taking 5. All right, no blocks. Down to 8. We do have to be careful now. All right, play that. All attack. Let's hold back. Actually, let's hold back like that. We don't have anything else to play. Let's go ahead and get in damage while we can. I should have probably played it here. They might have a response. Alright, they let it through. So that's 9 damage. Down to 8. And pass the turn. Alright, swings in with everything. We will block and... Do we let the lifelinker go through and just kill their damage? You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm not as worried about this at the moment. Yeah, if everything gets bigger. 6 damage coming through. We would have been down to 1. And take heart. Alright, there we go. Opponent just had it all. I think that we played that correctly where like if they had everything they got us. So I think that was okay. So and that's it. That's the game. Man, Pauper going a little bit quick there. Let's go ahead and do another one because that was too quick. Gonna keep the same deck here. Because I think that the deck was actually working fairly okay. I could probably bring in a few more things maybe, but I was just amazed. We have not drawn like shock. I don't think we draw a single shock. We've drawn 1 Skewer the Critics. Okay, there we go. We finally found a shock. So we're gonna keep this. But honestly, I feel like if we were drawing into those kinds of things more consistently with this deck, we might have actually had a shot. So had a shock. I like this hand. It is pretty heavy with mana here, but we still have good action available to us. There's a shock, okay. Yeah, let's play the Pyromancer. We don't really need to get to 4 mana, so the fact that we have 3 here is fine. So ping down to 17 past the turn. Looks like we're up against a mirror match, so we're looking for... Ooh, definitely a mirror match, okay. So swing in. Goblin Gathering. We still have not found 2 Goblin Gatherings ever either. Like there's some things with this deck I feel like I was hoping to run into that we haven't even seen yet. All right, gets to create a blocker there. All right, well let's shock here. We're gonna play the Firebrand, and they most likely will block here, but we're also okay with that. Alright, doesn't block anything. Interesting. Alright, pass the turn, down to 10. Now we're looking for burn. I think that with the amount of creatures that we have, we just start burning. I wonder what they're playing here. Oaken form. Interesting. That's fine. Oh, especially if he's swinging in. We're totally fine with that. Alright, I'll attack. Down to 5, down to 3, and now we just need to find a Skewer the Critics. And end the turn. And this is looking pretty good. Looking pretty good so far. They have to do quite a bit to win here. All right, that just means game. So we'll play the Goblin Gathering. We'll swing in. And yeah, that's game. Oh, wait, this can block more than one creature each turn. Oh, forgot about that. Or it can't be blocked by more than one creature. That's what it was. I was thinking it was the other one. All right, well, perfect. Good game, good game. And let's see here. Let's try to do better than we did the last time. So we won 1 last time, lost 2. So we're even as far as the deck goes in the format right now. Rafael Desaf. Right, this is good. This is fantastic. Absolutely love it. So I think what we do here, Fanatical Firebrand, okay. Lava Runner's pretty good against that. So I think what we try to do is we can skewer the critics once we play Pyromancer, so I'm just going to get down Goblin Instigator as well here. And we'll just pass the turn. No attacks. We could swing in, but we only trade off with one of them, and that's not quite worthwhile. Alright, skewer the critics, kills our guy. Do they swing in here? We will absolutely block, that's fine. Alright, let's Lava Runner. And Fanatical Firebrand. And pass the turn. I guess I could swing in with the Firebrand, but I want the opportunity to be able to kill this if I want to get down Pyromancer for the next turn. Alright. So and then this is the other reason, is that I wanted to have this to be able to kill the Pyromancers. Alright, take 2. Alright, we will go ahead and kill here. I think that's a favorable trade. Alright, play Guildgate. We haven't played any other spells, right? So, swing in. Down to 19. Are we wanting to go face, or are we going to need to save some of the damage here? Ping face. Skewer the critics. With Spectacle here. Yeah, opponent's going to go ahead and kill the Pyromancer. That's fine. We bring them down to 14. They've only played 1 spell as well. Looks like they're kind of flooding out, which is fantastic. All right. Fanatical Firebrand. We would love to get to this Lava Axe. That is actually a very good amount of damage. Swing in. Down to 12, pass the turn. Wow, opponent's not been able to do much of anything. Alright, swing in. Actually, I should have skewered the critics first to get more value here. They have a Shivan Fire anyway. That's fine. We will burn. I think we're just going to try for just going face with everything here. Now, with Lava Axe, we're at a point where if we draw 1 more burn spell, we win, so... All attack, down to 17, or 7, I mean. Do we hold on to it? I would hate to not have it for the next turn, so 5 damage down to 2. Now we're just hoping for any good draw. Alright, well, there's a shock, so that should do it. Can't do anything against that with red, so good game. Alright, there we go. So we are positive now so far. We have gone 3-2. And 2-0 for this one. Here we go, here we go. Alright, shakes. Up against the shakes. And let's see how this goes. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep that. I mean, I don't really ever want to mulligan with this deck if I can avoid it. Because we do get down a lot of stuff really quick. Like, we need to be getting as much damage through in the early turns so that we can then hit our bigger stuff to try to close out the game. Alright, perfect. This is looking like a fantastic hand. I think I'm just going to go for as much damage. Actually, let's hold off here. We can hold on to a shock for some removal. I'm guessing this is like the Afterlife deck. Hunted Witness. Okay, resolve. So we have Run Amok here. So we get in 4 points of damage. I think I do just want to shock here now for the lifelinker, just so we don't have to deal with it. But let's pass the turn and hold it up. Alright, Healer's Hawk. I'm actually going to kill the Healer's Hawk instead, I believe. Actually, we're going to kill here so that they don't gain any life. We will play Forest. We will kill Healer's Hawk. And then, do we go swinging in here? Yeah, I think we just want damage at the moment. We have 3 others that we can draw into. So, Haste. All attack. Down to 12. And so far so good. We'll see what else they've got. Griffin. Oh man, wish I had put a counter on now. Alright, Guildgate. Goblin Gathering. We're not going to swing in unless we can get a favorable trade there, so not until we can actually get in for 3 points of damage. Or actually, we'd get in for 4. Alright, Luminous Bonds. Should have swung in earlier. They might have actually taken it at that point. Alright, so swing in. Down to 10. Play a mountain past the turn. Yep, taking 3 down to 14. What do they got now? So we're looking for shock. Alright. They take 1 damage. If we can find 3 burn spells in a row, or Lava Axe would be awesome here. Alright, pass to my turn. That's not bad. Alright, putting a counter on, and pass the turn. Black and white, there's a ton of removal in this, so that's probably our biggest issue, is if they have the removal they need, we lose this game. If we can start drawing any burn, like, if they are still swinging in, alright, destroy a guy, kill the Arnex. Yeah, with Lava Axe and something else, like, we're actually in pretty great shape. So, down to 11. Yeah, alright, well, that might just be game. I don't think we can come back now. Maybe we have a few more turns. Yeah, I think that we just concede now. Like there was, I'm trying to think if there was any chance, but now that they had another flyer, we were dead the next turn. There was nothing we could have drawn to actually come back from that at that point. So a little frustrating. I feel like we've not been drawing very well at all in this deck, and maybe it's because of certain numbers of things, but we have like 4 of everything except for like, I think there's 2 things that we're running 2 of, or 1 or 2 of. So I mean, everything should be as consistent. We'll keep this. It's not bad. We have shock available to us. We're not going to use it right away. I'd prefer to kind of save it until I can get 5 points of damage with Skewer the Critics. Unless there's a healer sock, then we will absolutely... Yeah, we'll kill it now. I was thinking we could also hold off until they play something else onto it. Alright, another mountain is good. Pyromancer. Down to 18, past the turn. Alright, got a blocker. That's another blocker. Alright, Forest. Are we just going to go straight for damage here? I think that... I think I'm going to go trying to just burn and then bring out these guys later on as well. So, Spectacle to face, pass the turn. So no attacks. We don't want to give them a lifelinker. Knight's Pledge. Yep, no blocks. Land. Nope. Goblin Gathering. Not terrible. No attacks. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're looking for land. Land would be amazing. And not a tapped land. No blocks. Down to 13. Goblin Gathering. Not terrible. I'll attack. We're going to get in 3 points of damage, I'm imagining here. Yeah, so down to 10, past the turn. And again, we're just racing to the finish. That's all we're trying to do here with this. Ooh, Pegasus Courser is an issue. That means that they can swing in for 6 points of damage next turn, which means we have to block. So we just block here. Down to 11. Well, we found all of our Goblin Gatherings, now that it doesn't matter. We can swing in for 2, not worth it at that point. We're going to have to start actually blocking some stuff. So they can swing in for 6 each turn, so we have to find removal for the Courser. He's not swinging for the Courser? Okay, I was like, what? I shouldn't have hovered over it. We will go ahead and block these guys. They're going to gain life, but we just can't take that much more damage. Actually, I don't think it actually matters at this point. If we can't kill here. So actually, let's go ahead and let it through. Down to 3. Yeah, unless we found something for the Courser there, we were dead. So, good game. Oh man, well, we went 3-3 overall with the deck. So I definitely think that changes need to be made, and part of it too is that I didn't know what was going on in the meta at the time. You know, like what was actually happening. But overall, I think this is a pretty fun deck, and so let me know down in the comments below what you guys would change with this deck. Please help my channel by subscribing and giving a like to the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.